Russian forces have invaded Ukraine, as we've been telling you for days, confirming the worst fears of the West. This is the biggest attack in Europe since the Cold War. Currently, several Ukrainian cities are under attack. This includes the capital Kiev, Kharkiv, Kramatorsk, Mariupol, Odessa and many others. Explosions could be heard before dawn in the capital Kiev. Gunfire rang out near the main airport. Sirens blared across the city. And according to the Ukraine presidency, 40 Ukrainian soldiers have been killed. 10 civilians have also been killed in the latest attacks. Russia's defense ministry says it has neutralized the Ukrainian military air bases and even its air defense systems. Meanwhile, Ukraine claims it has downed 6 Russian planes. Meanwhile, Russian missiles continue to rain down on Ukrainian cities. Explosions could be heard in several parts of the country. On your screens now are images from Mariupol, Kharkiv and Kiev. It shows damaged vehicles, broken radar arrays and other equipment at Ukrainian military facilities. Fragments of damaged military equipment was also seen near the playgrounds. There were long lines of traffic seen on roads leading out of the Ukraine capital hours after Russian troops launched their attack. In the nearby towns of Mangush and Berdyansk, people queued for cash and gasoline. Civilians from Mariupol were seen packing bags at the Polish border. Ukrainians were seen fleeing the country.
At 5 o'clock, some colleague called me and say war started, and we with wife decide put all our things in the Lviv and come back here. Before that, we from Mariupol and we together moved to Lviv yesterday, and today we're here.
While in Kiev, people hurried down the streets of Kiev, glued to their phones or listening to breaking news on live streams. Several sought refuge in the city's subways and shelters.
We're going to Cherkasy, to our family, to be together now in this not very safe time in Ukraine, but we will have a victory, I believe.
Ukraine reported columns of troops pouring across its borders into the eastern Chernihiv, Kharkiv and Luhansk regions. It also reported Russian landing by sea at the port cities of Odessa and Mariupol in the south. Surveillance camera footage released by the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine showed various military and armoured vehicles crossing the Crimea-Ukraine checkpoint. The Associated Press reporter Joe Federman brings us this latest report from the Ukrainian capital. Take a look.
There have been explosions across Ukraine overnight as Russia begins the long-anticipated attack, one that much of the world has been waiting for over the past few days. Here in Kiev, in the capital, we heard a number of explosions off in the distance overnight that sort of jolted the city awake, and more recently, air raid sirens indicating that some of these attacks are getting closer. For the time being, if you look behind me, it feels like life is normal. There's people milling about, walking around, going about their daily business, traffic is flowing, and so forth. But overnight, the government did declare a state of emergency, and we can imagine that in the coming hours, there will be more instructions ordering people to take safety precautions and probably to stay at home. For the time being, condemnations from around the world, from the U.S., from NATO, an appeal from the United Nations to Russia to please stop. But coming out of Moscow, for now, only defiance. President Putin vowing to continue and vowing that there will be severe consequences if the world tries to stop him.